Good morning, everyone. This is Nappy and Happy here, and today I want to talk about beauty. I want to talk about this dark skin versus white skin issue that people in generally have, especially when it comes to the black race, which I'm a part of. I'm so sick and tired of black women or black people segregating because of skin color. I looked up the word beauty, and this is what it says from the Merriam-Webster online dictionary. It says beauty, the quality or aggregate of qualities in a person or thing that gives pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. That is such a wonderful expression of what beauty is. I didn't see anything here about color. I didn't see anything here about hair typing. I didn't see anything here about black or white, races, anything at all like that. It talks about the qualities within a person, your characteristics, what make you a good person. That's what beauty expresses. And today I have to be very mindful, and I'm aware of what is happening with the black community because it affects the children that I teach as I'm a teacher. Now, in beauty, I look at how you carry yourself, how you present yourself outwardly and inwardly. It's funny. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from Jamaica, and we have different shades of black persons here. And remember that with the Caribbean, our history spells the fact that our ancestors are from West Africa, so they were black people. Hence, most persons in Jamaica are black. All right, and this is my shade, by the way, black, and I'm proud. As a child going to school, I was bullied, teased. I was called the Blackie because I was one of the darkest child in my class when I was going to primary school. And persons who were lighter with like long hair and so on were considered the popular kids. I was even teased more because I was dark and I had curly hair. That was not usual because if you're dark, you should have coarse, unkempt, ugly hair. But it wasn't like that for me because my family is mixed with a whole lot of stuff. Jewish and Cuban and all that. I can't even go into that right now. That's for another video. So therefore, being as unique as I am, and that's how I looked at myself, it wasn't even an issue that came up with my parents. But I fought that fight at school, and sometimes I thought that, hey, why is it that I'm being treated differently from everybody else? The other children that looked similar, they grouped together, but I was like an outcast because I looked vastly different from everybody else, being that I was darker with curly hair, and I wasn't even accepted by those who had curly hair and lighter. Anyways, I cried sometimes, and I thought that life was unfair. But there were a few friends, that wiped the tears for me in primary school and thought that it was unfair for them to treat me differently. Anyways, when I got to high school, being dark wasn't necessarily an issue. But again, because of the darkness and how my hair looked and how I presented myself, I was labeled as something else. Sometimes I would get, even now, you are so pretty for a black girl, and this comes from persons when I travel abroad, and I don't allow it to make me feel less of who I am, because I've grown out of this class, race, colorism issue that we're having. Still, I would normally laugh and just walk away. I don't even comment, because why comment on that? I'm beautiful because I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful because God made me this way. Funny as it is, I have a daughter myself, and I try my best to encourage her daily. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her how pretty she is, because colorism happens today still in my country, Jamaica here. And persons bleach their skins because they feel that if I am lighter in complexion, then persons will take me more seriously, persons will love me, persons will accept me, I will get a good job, and I will be called pretty. And there are so many videos on here with Jamaicans bleaching, and they're telling you why they are bleaching. I have to encourage the students that I teach who I see bleaching. You know, it's not good for you. Sooner or later, your skin is gonna get ugly. This is when I use the ugly word, because you are messing with something, this skin here that God gave you. He made this. This is the blueprint for how you are made up. You are messing with it now, you know, with chemicals, because you feel like you're gonna be prettier if you are lighter. That's when you're gonna get ugly. And frankly, they do look ugly when they start messing with their skin tone. I know I'm gonna be bashed about the video. Frankly, I really don't care. But persons, black women, black girls need to understand that black is beauty. When I go out there and I see women of color and how well they put themselves together, how educated they are, I am so proud of my race, because finally people can see that it's not about being ghetto. Black people is not supposed to be labeled as ghetto, you know, ugly and uneducated and things like that. I love to see my colleagues when they dress up and they look so nice, and we are out and we're having a drink or we are having dinner, and persons come in and they are looking at us because we're black, we're educated, we're beautiful, and we have good conversation. We don't let this colorism, this stereotype bother us. And this is how we treat our kids. You know, we tell them that, especially the boys too, because there's discrimination with men. If you're not light, it's not good. If you're not a brownie, then they don't want you. That barrier I break down, because she's not better than me because she is brown or she is white. Don't look at me for my skin color. Look at me for what I can, you know, add to your life in value, which is my mind, how I speak to you, you know, the advices I give to you, the fact that I'm educated. It's so sad. It's really sad. This is a song that we normally sing to defend ourselves in primary school. Black is beauty, red is corruption, brown is SHIT, and you are it. We sang that throughout primary school to defend ourselves, because the brown girls used to think that, you know, they were the superior ones and they were better than us because they were brown. So we just made up this little song and then we just sing it, and they were tired of hearing it. Yeah. And I'm happy that we did that to protect ourselves. You know, we hid behind that, even though we felt bad that we were being teased and trampled upon because of our color. But at the end of the day, you know what? I'm married. I have 2 kids. I have a first degree. I have a second degree. I'm a Christian. I have good parents. I have good friends. I surround myself with a network of good people that don't talk about color, race, hair typing, all of that. And I'm so proud of the fact that I am black and I can stand beside any white person any day and say, hey, you don't need to judge me because I'm black, because I'm not judging you because you're white. I look at you as a person and not as skin color or shades of skin. And by the way, I really do think that black is beauty and the best race is black. That's a little cliche, but I still do think so. When I look at a woman that's black, well put together, as I said before, you know, beauty just exudes out of her body. Once she's educated, you know, she has purpose, she's driven. And you don't have to be educated, you know. Once you have a purpose, you have a plan, you know, where you want to go in your life, how you want your children to be educated, because a lot of my ancestors, the women in particular, they weren't educated, but they knew what they wanted for their kids in the future, and they got them there, and I have to give them thanks for that. So ladies here on YouTube, love yourselves, love yourselves. Yes, love the color that you have gotten from God. He has a reason why he gave you this beautiful color of whichever shade, whether you're white, black, Chinese, whatever color, whatever race you are, love yourself. It doesn't matter what your hair type is either, because this is another big issue. It doesn't matter. Once you put your hair nicely together, you style it properly and appropriate for work. Some work environments, you have to, you know, do your hair in a particular way to get the hair out of, you know, the way so you can do your job properly. But just love yourselves. Love yourself. Surround yourself with people that love you. Surround yourself with people that don't talk about, oh, you are too dark to be in this, whatever. You are too light and I don't want to hear because it's only a black girl thing. No. It's a people thing. I look at people for who they are and not their skin color. So ladies out there, girls out there, boys out there, please don't let the young black woman feel as if she is less off because she's dark. And don't go about talking about, oh, I'm not going to date a black girl because she's nasty and she's whatever. Don't do that. Look at yourself. Get a mirror and look at yourself. You don't want to date a dark girl, but you are dark. What's the hell up with that? Huh? Seriously? So why should a white girl date you? Think about it. Why should a white girl or a brown girl date you, a black man? And maybe that's what you brownings, you need to be asking these black guys that come at you, want to date you and tell you, oh, you're so beautiful because you're brown. You need to ask them if they have a self-esteem issue and why they haven't dated within their color. Come on now, people. You're beautiful, whatever skin tone you have, whatever shade of black you are. Because black persons have issues with their color, and I don't see why. God made us so beautiful, you know, whichever shade you get. There are brown persons in my family, lots of brown persons in my family. But they're not better than me because they are brown. And nobody has ever said that they are better than me because they are brown. No, because I carry myself a particular way, you know, and what you want people to view or see you as, that's what you have to portray. And so I'm going to ask you young ladies out there, build on yourself. It's all about you and not what the public view you as. I know the media has played, you know, a role in how black persons see themselves, because when you look at music videos, you don't see a lot of darker skinned girls in there. It's just of late that you see some dark-skinned girls getting to be the video model, you know, that popular girl in the video. You know, in commercials, you normally see more whiter, lighter skin tone female playing the lead role in commercials. But guess what? At the end of the day, you have Lupita. Look at Lupita. She's gorgeous. She's darker than I am. She's educated, and she has made it in Hollywood. Look at that. You know, tell yourself you can do it. She told herself she could do it. Her parents told her she could do it. And just love yourself. Okay, guys, this is it for me. Subscribe, comment. Thank you again, and bye.
And what you are saying?